James TV, I put it to you to go back on your wall and check the videos you did against other people. Is there any video that we can get on your wall where you are attacking somebody's parents, somebody's siblings, or their kids? Have you got any video on your wall? Can I prove at the court of law that you have a video on your wall where you were very much insulting, defaming another person's child, a minor? Have you got any video on your wall where you've done a thing like that? We have zero tolerance for things like that in the UK. And this is the UK. You live in the UK. And yet you went ahead to put another person's child on the line. You insulted their parents, insulted their children. And you even called them disabled. You called another parent's children disabled on the social media just because you wanna be famous. James, you live in the UK knowing the laws and regulations of the UK, and you still sit on the social media and posted another woman's children and insulted them. You posted another woman's children and you insult them. You told another woman that her kids are disabled kids. We have even stopped using the word disabled for any human being on earth. Why did you do that? Now, another thing I want to put it to you. That is it true that your driver's license was not acquired through the proper way? And if it wasn't, who was it that gave you the one you're using? How did you acquire that? The law will have to come in and prove that. What media ways where did you matter, sir? I throw jobs the abom, sir. Mrs. Sumenka was some that. The other time I'm a bar, Sammy K. The other time I'm a bar, Sammy video so. Me back was some man did you attempt? Yes, what about your camera and where did you matter? I can't tell almost one video, mammy. You have to answer to that. There were other videos, baby. Where did you matter? Mama that about Eddie the account so I become home. What to war soon, because you're some quan out to war, no so I would.
Ghana update ni adofo memo akwa baso mesel send any day di kan o Ghana update. Subscribe to your channel no nabo adomane so send na be video nso no nsabe kan notification no one hu sema ekoso ni bi na samle de James TV ene same ntokwa a de so mu no secret beble APM same e de betu dwa se James TV akwakwaji obi kun na mpo oji ni wie no ensi wa osane no enyinse ya eba APM na emu ho no na James nso ba life a obechirechire mu se obi kula na waje ne kun a nkanfo obi ahụ ono na asem amanfo se eba akwakọ piem de nya de ombejai kan evi se James TV no amanfo se mo ba oba media no so ebe kan bi nti eba ne sen na wo de wakasa oni obi kun akwakọ denti no ombejai anase ombejai nsem ne kan sisi a eno ne nam so ma Omega Queen so aba abonten a ode nsem bi aba betudwa na nsem o kan no se James TV se obi afle ne bibi dade na one na wo ba no edi nkomo bi a kire ne nti ono bu afu sa nipa no na Omega Queen e ka se wo James TV nklofo dodo se na wo de omomba ba begu media no so a wadi form omo waka nsem a enye efata ekire omo yempo waka kire amafo emba se omo ye disable wabekeka nsem bebli afa nklofo ho na ne de obi afa wachi afle obebi dade a wo afu se won fa nipa ne ho nche no na no na Omega Queen e ka se James TV enko ne videos ono so ayemu se onfa amanfo mba ana amanfo ma membe gu media ne so endidi o matem enka nsem enfo mo ho ya na so onka bibi sa de a omudu kota ono obenya bibi sa approve nti James TV de nsem a akwakofa abai eno na ama omega queen aba abonten a woka se ono nso de o evidence bi a o de be hia GhPage TV no biom ena wasa aka se wate se GhPage TV no esen yusu fake driving licenses ewo UK wana ho no ntino ono nso bibisa wa ye de waba media no so abegu nkrofo ani ma asenti asem wo ya bade a ono omega queen no de o se wa ya ready se GhPage TV no obetire no nyansa efise wabetete nkrofo e media no so adofo so be ka mo ne akoti omega queen na so adwenkyere bi a wo fa ho bia no waja no comment section ho I got now updates.
GhPage TV, you said someone has called your baby father and the person has recorded the man and the person would or is going to post the recordings on the media. That is the first allegation. Now, you went on to say that whoever it is that called your baby daddy does not have sense that a child is involved. You said the person has defamed. Defame. You mean defame? Defame. Because deformed, when you say someone has deformed someone, then it means they've changed their personality. Maybe they've broken their legs or they've done something to deform them. What you are saying? Good. But you said the person does not have sense. The person is stupid, silly, because they should have known that there is a child involved. GhPage TV, I put it to you to go back on your wall and check the videos you did against other people. Is there any video that we can get on your wall where you are attacking somebody's parents, somebody's siblings, or their kids? Have you got any video on your wall? Can I prove at the court of law that you have a video on your wall where you were very much insulting, deforming, shaming, or mimicking another person's child, a minor? Have you got any video on your wall where you've done a thing like that? Maybe the video may not be on your wall, but can I get a video from anyone as proof that you sat on your wall and you were deforming, defaming, shaming, or mimicking, harassing, intimidating, manipulating another person's child on your wall? GhPage TV. Because that is what you are saying here. This tells me, this statement you made, that the person should be sensible to know that there's a child involved, tells me that indeed you live in the UK and you know very much how the government is concerned about child manipulations, intimidations, suppressions, mimicking, and social media bullying. It's a 000. We have zero tolerance for things like that in the UK. And this is the UK. You live in the UK. And yet you went ahead to put another person's child on the line. You insulted their parents, insulted their children. And you even called them disabled. You called another parent's children disabled on the social media just because you want to be famous. Today, another person has not even brought your child. They've not posted your child. They've not done anything. They called your baby daddy. And you are sitting here telling that person that they should be sensible enough to know that your child is a minor. Were you sensible when you were putting another woman's children on the line, GhPage? So you see, this is it. I will not do this in English, in Chi. I will be 50-50, just so we wouldn't have to do a lot of interpretations. You live in the UK, and so therefore you have to do the right thing, GhPage. You live in the UK, you have to do the right thing. There has been so many allegations against you. Yes, there has been so many allegations against you, including the fact that someone is saying they could prove that your license, your driver's license, you did not acquire your driver's license through the proper way. I don't know you, I don't know them, but they are saying that there is a proof that you did not acquire your driver's license through the legal way. Apart from that, James, you live in the UK knowing the laws and regulations of the UK, and you still sit on the social media and posted another woman's children and insulted them. You posted another woman's children and you insulted them. You told another woman that her kids are disabled kids. We have even stopped using the word disabled for any human being on earth. In latter parts of this, or was it 2023? I'm not very sure that the year they did that. But James, the word disabled have been stopped in the UK. We do not call anybody disabled in the UK anymore. We say people have difficulty in eating, or they might have difficulty in walking. They might have difficulty in talking. They might have difficulty in doing other normal things that me and you does, but they are not disabled. They just have difficulty in doing certain tasks. But you, James, living in the UK, I think I understand you live around Milton Keynes. I'm not very sure, so I won't be 100%. But I think that's what I was told, that you live around the Milton Keynes area. You have your account is the Abriwanana account, isn't it? And then you have the James TV account. You might have other accounts. AI who can help us to determine which other accounts you've got. But you sat on the social media and you actually did. We are not in Ghana, James. We are in the UK. And you did that in the UK as a mother. As a mother with kids, you should know that you are not permitted under any law to call anybody disabled, to call anybody anything disabled. But you did that, James. So now I'm asking you, did you indeed know that it's not permitted to say to another woman's child that they are disabled? If you indeed know that, now the question is, why did you do that? Now, another thing I want to put it to you, that is it true that your driver's license was not acquired through the proper way? And if it wasn't, who was it that gave you the one you're using? How did you acquire that? The law will have to come in and prove that. Yes. James, this is the social media. This is the social media. We are all permitted to use the social media to entertain ourselves, to sell and buy, to make our lives more easier. But what we are not permitted to do on the media is to use the media to intimidate other people, to use it as a form of suppression of other people's lives. If someone have a conversation with you, James, and you record them, and then you, after recording them, you twist and turn the conversation to use it against them, James, You know you live in the UK, in some part of England. I'm not sure about the Scottish areas or the Ireland, but you live in England, and you know there are so many things that are not permitted here in England. I will advise you to go back and read the laws and regulations of the England where you live, and know your do's and your don'ts. And if you do anything, you should be able to tell us your reasons for doing what you did. All right, James? Yes, because as I said, this will go further. It will go further. You see, we are going to sanitize this social media. Yes, we're going to do that. All of us. What we were doing 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2021, 22, 2024 will be gone. In this 2025, it's not about mimicking people, insulting people, lying against people, conniving with other people to intimidate and harass other people. No. In this 2025, we are all not permitted to do that. What we are permitted to do is to enhance the social media and make it a safe place for everyone, including kids. That is why the community does not allow certain languages, vulgar words, and F words, and all of those. The community does not allow it because it wants the social media to be so sanitized that even a 5-year-old will be able to live here with us without any form of intimidation or manipulation. So, James, you said to your baby daddy that the person who called him should have known that it involves a minor. That tells me that you know that when things involves minors, adults have to be careful the type of languages they use and how they go around it. And yet you, after doing all of those, brought another parent's children on the media and insulted them and named them and called them disabled. All right, let's go on. I will be interpreting this video as we go. Assumptions. Very typical Ghanaian. Always assumptions. It could be, it could be. And then you see all of this, it could be, it could be. At the end, they are now going to turn it around and make it a fact. It will start from being it could be to it is. Very typical Ghanaian. Assumptions. Assumptions are their number one key. This 2025, we are going to get rid of all of this nonsense. If it involves minors, you better be careful. If it involves sexual orientations, you better be careful. If it involves money, you better be careful. If it involves diseases, people coming here and calling people, calling them with their diseases. When you have a headache, nobody comes here to call you Mr. Headache. If you have stomachache, and nobody comes here to call you Madam Stomachache. So if someone else has HIV, you don't come here calling them HIV. If another person has cancer, their name is not cancer. They've got names. All right? So this 2025, this place will be sanitized. Let's move on. Assumptions. Oh, You see, so James, so you are very sensible. Defame. James, what's say? Now, you said you don't have a problem or you don't have anything to do with whoever is calling the baby daddy. I asked you a question. All of the people you sit on the media and insult them and talk about them, do they have any personal issues with you? No, none of them have any personal issues with you. None of them know you. In fact, they don't know you. And yet you sit here and you talk about them. All right? But when it's you, all of a sudden you realize that people should be allowed to talk about people they know or people they have issues with. Are you kidding me? Huh? You kidding me, right? Let's go on. This girl. Oh, really? Oh, really? But you do the same. Are you for real? So? This girl. You're correct. That means you're correct. What were you saying? Around my college, I'm shocked. I am in one book. Listen to her talk. Like, seriously. Mo a wo so wadi o matem no. O ma di watem da. Yeah, unye nipa boni ni. Oni obi kunu akwa nyima wo no. Unye nipa boni ni. Na time be na obeye nipa boni ni.
Indirectly no true jobs. Now, also obi afre them minyonko ba your friend the paper. Nikunu they say we clear evidence just say yes. But you
indeed, I any now uba.
Wow no wow what down for and our cattle with the back.
Let me catch you, sir. BJ, the man kokano. Mama, by the Santa happy birthday, Mama.
Some of social media Natina any fun. Now listen to me clearly. And then Pasiaba way, Ebetina Opeti, Tasitem, Maniatem, Dinasiatem. So, and now, oh yes, I did. So, And then that's why, and then you're repeating also,
Oh, sir.
Because pressure near more, you get me. Now, the person was about waiting once to say, you're not in a fan, then I don't know. Yeah. Oh, two South Pacific. Now, say they need to sign normal way one. And then nobody should complain here. Because some of them are almost so good to see them. What you see, it is a Uber video. That's a Udi Tassitema or finishing. And I because say we are not in a fan now, yeah, will be no. You can say your mono. Then we are not support, like I don't know, or support too. You say, oh, this time around, oh, you're the right thing because he did movie at the man. Then other people, they are the own person of the call. Like the other side, the own person of the call. Internet, I don't say something should you amount for the women and more attention now. Made your mammy attention. I then only now plan is a baby disappear at the man. Only some small dog for I'm asking because we share the way our Kasana say you don't have to involve with. Was ya me ma me na odi ni transitem no onye ni pa. Ma me na odi ni transitem no onye ni pa na.
Sa me twa sa video ni nyina afa go.
Se odi o yes sa de ba se ase afofo nti ya ka cho se o sa be odi ni transitem e be shi na ma. Omo na wo ka cho sa be bo a. Me ni nim ko fo mo push o no. Ba me say asemba.
Omo push ni no so asemba on be yi omo ba stay back o.
Na wo chi panzi na odi ni chi na o ba o show no so push. I didn't put it on the left and right. Chimpanzee in the left and right. It's all beyond said, but everything passes. I want you to understand. Say, yes, you're wonderful. You understand me?
She was asking what she's done.
And you couldn't fair, so be a friend. Now, the pan of friend, and say, oh, Jimmy or internet, no small, trying to pass as Samson. It's the baby, daddy. Akolame papa ye chire mu se odi obi kunu akoda no ene ni ye bia e confine o se already on paper na o tight says no problem in case of me efe but some be manufacture for the new betu internet so o se o ju se me o se ni pa de frame so wa be kwama ono ma no because like think it's on no issue. Now only man in the issue. I say that. Charlie, the way my hot pan, the person will be what the summer you cry. You understand me? Obian consent because fair, Obian the baby I'm going to cry. Was Yaba we are disrespecting me for so long. Jimmy for Bowie, I'm the only young people come. They will be here, did you at my idea, man? I say,
Alana Collins, that's it. This year 2025, no sana yekono. This year 20, so who allergy assembly for obi hu. Na sa who UK hankwa dia sana yebeye no. I was say who be prove it. He who alleges must prove.
What would the kind of people are or my associate to this girl? Which are good to was ya, my child. Say, who may location credit or it one FM.
Omo ye soja fo asefo na omo Ghana na. Omo the omunima ni say ya intimidating nipa na ya harassing nipa no. I feel where you did you be at me, near Danaja, me go did you be at. What did you matter na baby I wanna wa? Ya do be fa ho kwan. Ta wo baby a metimi aba ho nso so a. Ya do be fa am kwan so. Wo ala ji asem bi fa me ho a. Me do be fa am na kwan so. Simple. Me ntimi ni obi a me ko back and forth bi a wa atem die bi a. I won't do it. Ngama obi timi tena media we so no no aboni din timi ka se ma obi a mboni din ewo pese o che se ye mu binim ye nim nyansa ntino se ya na ye nya ye niama na ye ya we should mention dia ni akai u benya se ye mu binim kwa ye bo din di ka se krasisem ya mu na ma ye bibi ya na ye de ye hu abashi chamoni mo abena nti Sabe depression ne de nyina na enya bio. COVID ne bae no. We all got depressed after the COVID. Sammy. So Omu be jani eja no de twen wo de hade tomaka. They will leave her. You see obi ato laptop the amano. Well, we say Benny Santa happy birthday, mommy. Emily.
The reason why I assume any of them click him. I'm with you for. But when the discussion, I made the film get a passia, or nine fiancé, we now come here, I am from. It's not been a lot to life, too. And now, yes, friend.
What the Muntio?
The baby daddy, and friend. And I'll catch say, eh, Mammy, Jimmy now, the tea character. Or one of Jimmy start to say, oh, fearful me, and the funny can't and the man can't kind and all this I internet is the Jimmy one of Jimmy. Almost in answer party who's shaving up. Massia. say on him and in you. The possibility. So who doubt it? The evidence is clear. Yeah. It was a fight.
They said, Jamie, super south, say, oh, no. Now, video will leave any was sound quite wrong.
What did you want them so many times? Me reply with that. Since you go for Apple, papa. Me no want them.
Since you go for Apple, papa. Me no want them. I don't know who the papa need them back. I don't know.